Jake and Emily had what everyone considered a perfect marriage. They had been together for 7 years, living in a charming suburban neighborhood filled with friendly families and weekend barbecues. Jake, a dedicated high school teacher, often found joy in his work, while Emily, a talented graphic designer, worked from home, allowing her to manage the household and pursue her passion for art. On the surface, they were the epitome of a happy couple. Yet, beneath the veneer of their idyllic life, tensions simmered. Jake was often caught up in his work, grading papers late into the night, while Emily found herself increasingly isolated. She loved her husband deeply, but the routine of daily life left her yearning for excitement. One evening, as Jake prepared for a parent-teacher meeting, Emily sat in the living room scrolling through her phone. She stumbled upon a local art class that sparked a flicker of interest. With Jake's busy schedule, she decided to enroll without consulting him, hoping it would reignite her passion and bring new energy into her life. The art class was a refreshing change for Emily. She felt invigorated, surrounded by fellow creatives who inspired her. Among them was Mark, a charismatic photographer with an infectious enthusiasm for life. They quickly struck up a friendship, sharing laughs and stories that seemed to light a fire in Emily's heart. As the weeks went by, their bond deepened. Mark's attention made her feel alive in a way she hadn't felt in years. They shared late-night conversations about dreams and aspirations, and Emily found herself drawn to his adventurous spirit. Though she adored Jake, a part of her felt unfulfilled, longing for the excitement she once had. One evening, after a particularly stimulating class, Mark invited Emily for drinks at a nearby cafe. Caught up in the moment, she agreed, feeling a rush of exhilaration as they chatted and laughed. When he leaned in to whisper a joke, a spark ignited between them. As the weeks turned into months, Emily found herself grappling with conflicting emotions. She still loved Jake, but felt increasingly suffocated by the monotony of their life. The connection with Mark became intoxicating. They began meeting more frequently, and what started as innocent outings turned into secret rendezvous filled with stolen kisses and whispered confessions. Emily justified her actions in her mind. She told herself it was harmless fun, a way to feel alive again. But the guilt gnawed at her. Jake, unaware of the growing distance, continued to pour his energy into his work and their home. He planned surprise date nights and little gestures to remind Emily how much she meant to him, but she felt increasingly like an actress in a play, putting on a facade for the world. One night, Jake surprised Emily with a weekend getaway. He had planned everything, hoping to rekindle their romance. As they drove to the cabin in the woods, Emily felt a pang of guilt, knowing she would be lying to the one person who truly loved her. The night unfolded beautifully, with laughter and intimate conversations. But as they sat by the fireplace, sipping wine, Emily's mind drifted to Mark. The guilt consumed her, and when Jake leaned in for a kiss, she recoiled slightly, a mix of confusion and shame washing over her. The following week, Emily met Mark for coffee, their usual spot filled with the hum of chatter and clinking cups. She sensed a shift in her heart. She wanted to end things but didn't know how. Before she could speak, Mark took her hand and said, "I've been thinking. I want us to be more than just this. I want to be with you." Emily's heart raced, but the weight of her life with Jake crashed over her. She pulled her hand away, her voice trembling. "I can't do this anymore. I love my husband." Mark looked at her, hurt flashing in his eyes. "Then why are you here?" Those words echoed in her mind as she left the cafe. She knew she had to confront the truth and make a decision. That evening, she sat down with Jake, who was excitedly sharing plans for their future. As he spoke, the realization struck her. She couldn't continue living this lie. With tears streaming down her face, she revealed everything. Jake's face fell, shock replacing the joy in his eyes. "How could you?" he whispered, the betrayal slicing through the air between them. The days that followed were a whirlwind of emotions. Jake moved out, seeking space to process the betrayal. Emily felt utterly lost, grappling with the reality of her actions and the pain she had caused the man who had given her so much love. She had sought excitement, but all she found was heartbreak. In the silence of her home, she reflected on her choices. She had chased fleeting moments of thrill while ignoring the love and stability Jake had offered. It was a painful lesson in vulnerability and the importance of communication. As the weeks turned into months, Emily worked on herself. She sought therapy to understand her actions and the deep-rooted issues that led her to seek validation outside her marriage. Slowly, she began to heal, finding strength in her vulnerability. Jake, too, embarked on his journey of healing. He focused on his career and personal growth, surrounding himself with supportive friends. Though they had both been shattered, Tom allowed them to gain perspective. Months later, Emily reached out to Jake, hoping for a chance to talk. They met at a quiet cafe, the air heavy with unspoken words. As they sat across from each other, the weight of their past loomed large, but both had grown in their time apart. "I'm so sorry," Emily said, her voice trembling. "I made a terrible mistake, and I hurt you. I never wanted to lose what we had." Jake looked at her, a mix of pain and understanding in his eyes. "I was blindsided, but I've learned a lot about myself since then. I wanted to believe in us, but I need to protect myself too." Their conversation meandered through memories of their happier times, laughter mingling with tears. They discussed the lessons they had learned and the importance of open communication. Though they both knew their relationship had changed irreparably, there was a sense of closure that brought them peace. As months turned into a year, Emily found her footing. She immersed herself in her art, rediscovering her passion and learning to express herself in healthier ways. She learned the importance of honesty and vulnerability, both with herself and others. Jake, too, found new beginnings. He focused on his teaching career, exploring new methods to engage his students. He found joy in small moments, reconnecting with friends and family who supported him through his pain. Though their paths had diverged, Emily and Jake learned to hold on to the memories of their love without allowing them to define their future. They moved forward, carrying the lessons of their shared journey, hopeful for what lay ahead. In the end, their story wasn't just about betrayal. It was about growth, healing, and the enduring power of love, both for oneself and for others. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more stories that explore the intricacies of love and relationships.